So welcome back to Classic, welcome to TBC Classic, and I, like everybody and their moms, will be playing a Blood Elf Paladin. So TBC Classic has broken a lot of my add-ons, so this is the list I'm running, and this is part 0 where I just set out the add-ons and I talk a little about how this series is going to work. So if you just want to get into it, skip to part 1. But this is my list, and you notice that if you pause the video, some of the more important ones, Addy Bags is not working currently, and the weapon swing timer is not working currently. So those are the two main ones, and then I have disabled some other ones that I don't quite need yet. And due to a lot of add-ons being broken, I prefer to have as few add-ons as possible, though it does not seem like it with all these enabled. But let's get into it. We are Elasem, touched by the blood and the light. And I shut up.
For nearly 7,000 years, the High Elves cultivated a shining, magical kingdom, hidden deep within the forests of northern Lordaeron. But 5 years ago, the undead scourge invaded Quel'Thalas and drove the elves to the brink of extinction. Led by the evil Death Knight Arthas, the scourge destroyed the mystical Sunwell, thereby severing the elves from the source of their arcane power. Though the scars of that conflict are evident, the remaining elves have banded together and retaken much of their homeland. Calling themselves Blood Elves, these grim survivors are committed to regaining the vast powers they once commanded. Inspired by the leadership of their beloved prince, Kael'thas Sunstrider, the Blood Elves now seek new sources of arcane magic and the means of defending their land against the undying horrors of the Scourge. As one of the few surviving Blood Elves, you must master your thirst for magic and help shape the destiny of your people.
The destiny of our people. And for some reason, even though I told it not to enable all add-ons, it has enabled all add-ons anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and... No, these aren't enabled. I'm not sure why they show up anyway. Thread plate does not work as well, unfortunately. And I will not be setting up a total RP for the time being. Even though we play on an RP server, I don't think it is time for that just yet. And skip this one as well. These should all be disabled. We don't need this one. Even tells us to uninstall it. So I'm not quite sure why it would enable all of these add-ons. So I'm just coming back, and we have another one that does that. Okay, I think this is approximately what we need. Bring this to the bottom. I think right here seems good. We cannot move this anymore. So I think I owe to those few people who followed the previous series of Fandros the Warlock.
Glory to the Sindorai.
I owe it to you to say that I have discontinued that series. Immersion is also enabled.
Shorel Oran.
This is due to TBC coming out, and I'm sorry for those of you who, like me, actually wanted to finish the Undead Starting Zone, but I really wanted to do this Let's Play of the Blood Elf. And I think Paladin is actually quite a nice class to be playing for a classic, because in retail I do play a Blood Elf Death Knight, so this is very precursor to that guy being born. I think that's kind of funny. And now we're just gonna set up a few things. So a lot of these add-ons have carried over some settings. I have done some very minor preliminary testing. I haven't really gotten into combat or anything like that, but I think we action cam, and we're gonna set this to full. And we have some other camera settings enabled, and I hope that they will work as intended. We already have the scrolling from this one. And we are now using the classic cast bars as well, since thread plates is not available yet. It just does not function currently. I think it will in the near future, and I think we'll prefer that to the cast bars, as we found out in our Fender's Let's Play. I talked about having another person join, and she is not ready for actually playing yet. She, like myself, has her exams right now, and this is not a hard time. Going to school is pretty nice, but it's definitely something that needs a lot of attention. So if we do end up being able to play both of us, I think we'll start a new series playing the Draenei, the Alliance side, since I might not also not get to play the human rogue that I wanted to do. So I think that would be a great chance to see the Alliance side for the first time, basically. So let's see, our buffs are here, and this seems pretty good. And we just need some of the basic options, so we need the standard game options right here. Auto loot, very nice. And I also disabled the very fast auto looting, even though it can be nice sometimes to quickly loot a herb. Then checking the logs for what you actually looted is sometimes a little bit silly. So but that's the gist of it. I've discontinued Fandros for now, and I'll be starting this solo series. And if I get my co-op partner ready, then we'll start a new series on the Alliance side. And I think that's how it's going to work. And we will have the standard nameplates until thread plates is going to work, but that's not camera. And we have this smart thing enabled. I hope this will work, because I haven't been a big fan of Blizzard's camera in the past, but I think these a little simpler UI. So I thought to hide the chat, but I think the chat is a nice pastime to look at. And let's see, if we take a quest, we'll just abandon it afterwards and then continue in the... Let's see where it shows up. Let's take it.
We will have justice.
Shows up down here. That's fine. And I think I have that unlocked. Yes. So before we had our... Wait. We had... Oh, we can just move it down here. That's nice. And we can lock the tracker. I think this is what we actually need. And I think, like previously, I will... Very nice. I'll take all the professions, and I will take some time to actually level them up. I've never played a classic era Paladin. Last time I played a Paladin was I briefly started one for the beginning of Warlords of Draenor, which I quickly discontinued. But that was basically the last time I played a human paladin, and so the class has been reworked since then. So we'll be learning this class together. For lore, I haven't found out a lot yet. I have played the original Warcraft 3, so the Sindorai story, it's pretty nice to see the Death Scar and hear about how Arthas ravaged this people, and then play through how this worked out. I might actually do reading of the quest text to get more immersion. I think actually reading it out loud makes it more understandable. My English, though, is not perfect, so if you can bear with me. If you want me to discontinue, I think I'll start trying, and if you want me to discontinue it, please say so in the comments. So if you prefer to read it yourself, I could understand if that would be preferable. And let's just quickly tag them up to see how this functions. So I have a tendency to zoom out. That's just how nice zooming is. Okay. And we can see here, I'm not gonna level just yet. Yes, we can see auto attack damage and still righteousness damage is then split up, and we can see which does what. I think that's pretty nice. I think this works pretty okay, and we can, I think we can lock buffs on top. Why not? Buff frame. Gas bar underneath. I think we want that as well. And we can lock it. Yes, beautiful. So I think we are ready to start. I think I'll just go ahead and abandon this quest. And then wake up in here. So thank you for understanding, if you do. Or discontinuing. I'm a little sad to see Fenris go before I got to finish the entire Warlock series, but I think it's more interesting to play the Paladin. So we are here on top of the world. Oh, we can't sit on one of those. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.